Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday's chair-based session. So we're on to week 7 of these exercise classes. So I hope you're enjoying them. So if you're joining for the first time, just to give you a brief introduction, this is a chair-based class today. So you need to find yourself a dining room chair, something sturdy to sit on. And the format of the class is we start with a bit of a warm-up, so we just very gently get moving, start warming up the body, stretching the muscles, and then we go on to do a few different strength-based exercises. So you will need a little bit of, I was going to say equipment, but it's more household items that you'll need for the class today. So before we start, you'll need to go grab a couple of things from your cupboard. So some tins or anything with a bit of weight. So I just use cans of chopped tomatoes, but they could be tins of beans, it could be water bottles, shampoo bottles, anything just to add a bit of weight. And also for some of the exercises today, I'm going to use a band. So I know a lot of people have these in a cupboard somewhere. If you've had any physio, they normally give you one. So just an exercise band. However, if you don't have one, you can instead use just a towel, just a bathroom towel, and rolling that up. So yeah, if you want to quickly run and grab those as you warm up. So obviously today's session is going to be working you quite hard, getting your heart rate up. So if you don't feel well today, please give it a miss. This video is saved on YouTube for forever, so you can always come back and do it at a different time. Also, if you find it's a bit too long for you and you can't quite manage the whole time, then you can always just pause, do one section at a time and keep coming back to it. There's no need to do the whole thing in one go. And it's good to have a glass of water or a bottle of water near you, just to take a break if you need to. And if you do feel a bit unsure about anything, or you're not sure if it's right for you, then our contact details are below. We'd be happy to take your call and see if there's give you any kind of tailored advice specific to you. So yeah, if you feel it's not right for you, please don't give up. I'm sure there's something we could say to tailor it more to you specifically. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the screen so you can see my feet. So if you're ready, we're going to start warming up. So sat nice and tall in the chair. We want to sit towards the edge, and first of all, just want you to get in good posture. So your feet flat on the floor. You're using your abdominal muscles to sit up nice and tall with your shoulders back. So as much as you can during the session, try and keep this position. So if you're slouched back in the chair or not in good posture, then the exercise isn't as effective. So you get much more out of the class if you try and stay tall throughout. Okay, so just warming up to start with. So first up, we're just going to start at the head and work all the way down the body. So we'll start off with some head rolls. So just big circle in a clockwise direction, and opposite way. Okay, and then this time we're just going to turn the head from one side to the other. So just nice and slowly. Good stuff. Okay, moving on to the shoulders. So we're doing rolling, so shrugging up and rolling back. So I should have said at the beginning, like always, you don't have to keep up with me. You can go slower and you can also go faster than I'm going. So if you feel like what we're doing is a bit too easy, you can always up the tempo. Okay, and then rolling forward this time. Good stuff. Okay, and warming up the wrists. So just putting your knuckles together and rolling forwards. And rolling inwards. You can also, if you like, change from standing to sitting. Keep mixing it up if you're wanting to progress a little bit. So pretty much everything we do, you can do stood up as well. So yeah, good stuff. And we're just going to bend and flex the elbows a few times. And the elbow joint. Good stuff. Okay, next onto the torso. So if you put one hand on top of the elbow and one underneath, and we're going to twist. So remember, stay nice and upright, and you're going to twist towards the wall and twist the other way. Very good. And then this time side bends. So sitting up straight and then leaning down towards one side and leaning down the other side. Just keep swapping. Try not to fall forwards. Just going side to side, a little stretch down this part of the body. Good. Okay, on to the lower body now. So you're going to, with your foot on the floor, rotate the ankle round. So your toe stays on the floor and just doing a circular motion clockwise to start with. And then opposite direction, anti-clockwise. Just warming up the ankle joint. Okay, and other foot. Just try and get a bit of movement there. And opposite way. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to start now, next 5 minutes or so, just trying to get your heart rate up a little bit and get the blood flowing around the body. So if you sit right on the edge of the chair, and remember sitting up tall, and we're just going to march the legs. This is going to do this for about 30 seconds to start with. Okay, good stuff. And then we're going to move on to do tap your foot out in front of you, so stretching the leg out. Good stuff. And next we're going to tap out to the side. So we're warming up this part of the body. So swivel a little bit on the chair and trying to rotate the hip. Okay, marching, but this time we're going to also add in the arms. Very good. Okay, and this time the tapping in front, but also bending and straightening your elbows as well. Good stuff. And this time back to that one, but you're also going to use your arms this time. So if this is too much, you can just keep going with your legs, or you can do what I'm doing with your arms as well. Okay, good. So back to marching. So this time what we're going to do is try and get your your leg a little bit higher, and you're tapping on the opposite side. So it should be a bit more of a bigger movement. So judge for yourself how fast or slow you want to go for this one. So obviously going faster is more difficult. It will work your abdominals a little bit more, but you can just go a nice slow pace if that's more suitable. Okay, and back to tapping in front. Okay, and tapping to the side again. Good stuff. Back to the marching. So this time what we're going to do, as you march, you're going to raise your hand directly up in the air, and also stretching your fingers out as you do it. So if your hands in a fist when they're down there, and then opening up your hands at the top. So we're trying to warm up every part of the body. It's quite hot already today, so you're probably feeling warm just from this bit. So getting the blood going all around the body is what we're trying to do. Okay, good. So just back to marching with your feet down. Okay, so next we're going to tap and punch in front. So opposite arm and leg. So this one, get your brain going a little bit. So just tapping the foot as normal, but punching one hand in front. So don't worry if you don't get it exactly right. What's important is that you're moving. Okay, good. And last time, tapping to the side and raising your arms. Good. Okay. Have a little shake of everything. So shake the wrists, shake the legs, give your ankles a little bit of a twirl. A few more shoulder rolls. Make sure everything's nice and loose before we move on to the next section. So if you want to grab a quick drink of water while I'm explaining the next section, that'd be a good time to do so. So the next part is the strength part of the session. So we're going to work different muscles in the body. We're going to do 4 different exercises. So 2 are going to be for your lower body and 2 for your upper body. And then we're going to repeat. We're going to do them all 10 times and repeat them 3 times. So you'll be doing 30 times in total. So the first one is going to be either with your towel, or if you have one, an exercise band. Don't worry if you don't. You can use this instead. So we're going to start with one for your leg first of all. So it's working on your leg, but mainly the big muscle at the front, your quadricep. So you're going to put the towel under your foot, and you're going to lift your leg up and push forward. So that your foot comes as close as you can get it to your chest and goes directly forward and then back. So if it needs to be a little bit lower, that's fine, but try and get as high as you can, as high as comfortable for you. And make sure your foot is flexed upwards and then pushing straight forward, so you're not pushing downwards. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to do 10 each leg. So get your leg nice and high to start with, and then push forward. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then swap legs. So same again, foot nice and high. The other foot wants to be kind of flat on the floor. Try and keep as upright as you can as you do it as well. Remember that good posture I keep talking about. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Okay, so next one's working on the upper body. So what you're going to do is grab the towel out in front of you. So just holding about shoulder width apart, and your arms stretched straight in front of you. And then you're going to pull your arms apart. Obviously the towel's not going to move much, but try and pull it apart and then pull it back to your chest. So as you pull back to your chest, you're squeezing your shoulder blades back and down. So from the side, it looks like this. Okay, so we're going to do this 10 times as well. So starting out straight and pull back to your chest. So that's 1, 2, 3. So remember, keep trying to pull the towel apart if you're trying to rip it. Hopefully it won't rip. That means you've got really strong from our sessions. Okay, one more. Good stuff. Okay, next one, using the towel again, back to the lower body. So this one, we're working your glute muscles there in your bum and also getting some mobility in your hips. So again, 1 foot flat on the floor, we're lifting one leg up and we're going to do circular motion. So this time we're going to do 10 each direction. So if you start at the same time as me. So we're just trying to go as wide as you can in that movement and then opposite direction for 10 as well. Good stuff. Okay, so swap legs. So this one you might actually need to lean back a little bit. So I'll let you off, say sit up tall for this one, just so you can get the hip movement. Nine, 10, okay, and then opposite direction. Nine, 10. Good stuff. Okay, and you put the towel down now. And last one, we're just going to use your pins, your cans. So this last one's for your upper body again, working the shoulders. So feet flat, sit up nice and tall, use your abdominal muscles, and shoulders back. You're going to start with your hands pretty much on your shoulders, so your elbows bent, and you're just going to push straight up past your ears, so your arms are straight, and back down to resting on your shoulders. And we're going to do this 10 times. So push up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Well done. As that's the first set finished, so grab a quick drink if you need to. And I'm going to start on the first one again in a sec. As remember on the videos, there is a little comment section. So if you want to give us any feedback or say hi, please feel free to add a comment anytime. Right, so let's get started on the first one again. So this is the leg press. So again, towel under your foot, get your knee raised nice and high and press forward and back towards your chest. So I'm trying to keep this one nice and slow and controlled. So your knee should be staying in line with your foot the whole time. Good stuff. So one more this leg and swap to the other side. So 10 this side. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. So back to the body. So this one's working your back of your shoulders. So holding straight in front, holding back shoulder width apart, try and pull the towel back, keep pulling out and back to your chest. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. And hip circles now. So under the foot again. So nice big movement. It's 10 in one direction, 10 in the other direction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back the other way. Oops. 3. Oh, let's count now. That's about 10. Okay, so the other way, of the leg, sorry. So 10 one way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and other direction. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Okay, and last one. Back with the hands, nice and tall, feet flat, hands on the shoulders, and we're pressing up and back to the shoulders. So just so the straighter you can get your arms, the better. But if you can't quite manage it, it doesn't matter if you only get 2 back there. You're still working the muscles, so don't worry if it's not exactly straight. Just work to your own limit. Okay, good. All right, so that's 2 sets down. So get another quick drink if you need to. And we're just going to repeat them one final time. And that will be the end of the session. So remember, if it's too much to do 3 sets, then you can always take a break for today. But if you're feeling okay, then please continue to do the final set. Judge your own level and your own progress. Okay, so back to the leg press. So foot nice and high and pressing forward. So this works better if you've got a bigger towel and it's longer to hold on to. And obviously, like I said, if you do have a band of some kind lying around, then that's helpful as well. Okay, and swap. Nine, 10, good stuff. Okay, and onto the upper body. So arms in front and pulling back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really try and squeeze your shoulders back as far as you can. 8, 9, 10. Good stuff. Get onto the hips. So big circles. Okay, opposite direction. Good, and swap legs. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and opposite way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. So last one of the strength exercises. So get your tin cans up nice and tall, and so bending your elbows straight, bent and straight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Good stuff. Well done, everybody. So put those down. So grab a drink, and we're on to the final section, which is your stretching. So this bit should be nice and easy. So if you sit a little bit back in your chair, the first one we're going to stretch is the hamstring. This is the muscle down the back of your leg. So if you lean forward a little bit, put your foot out, put your toe up to the ceiling, and you're just going to lean forward so you feel the stretch down the back of your leg there. So lean forward as much as you can so you feel it stretching. So if you're a bit more upright, it doesn't matter as long as you're getting the stretch there. Okay, hands swap sides. So foot out. So you can't, I think I'll move this way and you can see me better actually. So my foot's pointing up to the ceiling, and then I'm on the edge of my chair, leaning forward to get the stretch there. So these we want to hold for about 20 seconds to get the effect. Okay, next one, you're going to shuffle towards the edge of the chair, and so one foot is flat. The foot that's hanging off the chair is backwards like this. So just go as far as you can, so it might only be there, but you should feel the stretch in your hip here and down this part of the leg. So again, working your own capabilities. As long as you're feeling a stretch, then that's good. Obviously, if it's painful, then just leave this one out. Okay, and swap sides. So again, one foot flat, the leg that's hanging off the chair goes backwards and stretching the chest up. So this is a good one to do if you're sitting down a lot. The hips normally get a bit tight, so this is a good one to try and stretch them out. Very good. Okay, and moving on to your upper body. So one hand on top of the other, and we're going to push your arms forward and drop the head down. So you should feel the stretch on the back of your shoulders, top of your back, and just try and relax as you're stretching. This is a good one. We worked these muscles quite hard when we were doing the towel exercise, so it's good to stretch them off. Okay, and then lifting up and stretching down to the side. So this time you're stretching all the way down this side of the body. and away. So this part of the session, even though it's the end, it's really important to do, especially if you're finding you're not moving so much in the day. Our muscles do tend to get stiff and tighten up, so it's good to keep doing a little bit of stretching whenever you can to stop that happening. Okay, good. Next one, hands on the hips. You're going to pull the shoulders back and stretch across the chest here. So you should feel a nice stretch all the way across. Okay, and then this last few minutes we're going to work on stretching the neck. So pulling your ear down to one side, you should feel it down this side of the neck, a nice stretch. And other way. Good. And then look up to the ceiling. And down to your chest. Very good. So to finish off, we're just gonna do some big stretches of the whole body. So take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull all the way around and just try and stretch all those muscles. And we're going to repeat this a couple of times. So breathe in, stretch up as high as you can. And as you exhale, stretch the fingers, stretch everything, pull all the way around. And last time, big deep breath. And stretch everything as wide as you can. Good. And then just roll the shoulders again, give everything a good shake. Good stuff. Well done. So that's it for today's session. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you feel like you're improving as the weeks go on. So yeah, as always, remember that you can pick and choose when you do these and do them in smaller bits to get you moving during the day. Do a little bit in while you're watching TV in the ad breaks or whenever, just to get the blood flowing around the body and keep the joints, the muscles moving, make a real big difference. And as always, if you want to get in touch, please do use the contact details below. We'd be obviously happy to help in any way we can, even if it's just for a little bit of a chat. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you on Thursday for the standing class or next week for the next chair-based class. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.